Twitter and Facebook today announced the suspension of more than 200,000 accounts. The companies believe they were linked to the Chinese government and were allegedly spreading disinformation. That alleged social media influence campaign was designed to tarnish Hong Kong's pro-democracy protest movement, which showed over the weekend the power it wields in sheer numbers out on the streets. Special correspondent Bruce Harrison reports from Hong Kong.
Despite weekend downpours, it was the sea of umbrellas that flooded the streets of Hong Kong. Underneath, nearly 2 million Hong Kongers in a sweeping show of force for democracy in the Chinese territory. The wave of demonstrators kept a relative calm, a rare batch of protest absent of clashes with police. Hong Kongers welcomed the placid change.
This kind of demonstration is very useful because it is peaceful and it will do no harm to others. It is a way to express ourselves to the government.
The Hong Kong police sang their praises too.
The protest that took place on Sunday shows if protests are peaceful, rational, and orderly, the police will not and have no reason to intervene. Violence only begets violence.
But despite the momentary tranquility between demonstrators and Hong Kong authorities, Beijing escalated its military presence this weekend in Shenzhen, near Hong Kong's border with the mainland. And today, China's foreign ministry again blasted the protest movement.
It has been more than 2 months since the demonstrations and violent criminal activities took place in Hong Kong. Hong Kong's legal system, social order, economy, and livelihood have all been seriously impacted. It turns out that the so-called democracy and freedom without the rule of law and order will only lead to anarchy.
Yesterday, President Trump warned that if mainland frustration were to become force in Hong Kong, it would jeopardize a U.S. trade deal with Beijing.
I think it would be very hard to deal if they do violence. I think there'd be tremendous political sentiment not to do something. So I hope, because I think we're going to end up doing a very good deal.
Meanwhile, some Hong Kong businesses are embracing the democracy movement. Like this bakery, which is showing support with traditional Chinese delicacy mooncakes, featuring pro-democracy slogans. Customers think it's a small way to support something bigger than themselves.
We just want to fight for what Hong Kong people deserve. Our generation didn't do our job, and this caused a burden to the younger generation. I think young people now have a clear mind and they know exactly what they want.
But Beijing has its supporters in the semi-autonomous territories too. Counter-protesters this weekend said they've had enough.
We cannot tolerate this kind of action anymore. You can express your political opinion, but you cannot put it into violence. You cannot affect other people's normal life. It's the bottom line.
While there's optimism, Sunday's protest marks a turning point away from the often violent demonstrations. The peace here is still very fragile. Protesters say the current détente provides the government a rare window to answer their demands. But if not, the street clashes may return. For the PBS NewsHour, I'm Bruce Harrison in Hong Kong.